Well, hey YouTubers, this is Micah again. Today I'm actually going to have a book review, something I read a little while ago now, but I don't see a lot of other people reading it, and it's not because it isn't a good book, it's because, well, there's a number of reasons why it could be so. The information in it is not politically correct at all. It's nonfiction. It's called 50 Years in the Church of Rome by Charles Chiniquy. It was written in the late 1800s, early 1900s, I forget which. And concerns this. It's the autobiography of this character, Mr. Chiniquy, who was born in Quebec, I believe, in a very, very strict Catholic family. And after he grew up, he became a priest and became very, very disturbed by the inner corruption and doctrinal uh, contradictions within the Catholic theology and the Catholic Church as a whole. And he did his best to have kind of a inward reform movement. He tried very hard not to portray himself as Protestant, but he wanted to have some kind of inner reform because the corruption was just so bad. What he found out, though, is that the corruption went all the way to the top, but it took him basically an entire lifetime to figure that out. The book is very, very interesting from the point of view of a born-again Christian, of a person who is a biblical Christian. The book details his eventual conversion to uh, to what the Bible declares to be true Christianity, to a trusting faith in the meritorious sacrifice of Jesus, not man's works. So it's very, very interesting to read for that, but it's also fascinating for anybody who's a bit of a history buff because the story is set against the backdrop of the American Civil War. And Chiniquy that is, tries to draw a definite connection between the activity of the Catholic Church, specifically the Jesuit order, to the causes of the Civil War, as well as, and especially to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Now, that all sounds extremely conspiratorial and a little bit wild, except for the fact that Mr. Chiniquy was actually a friend of Abraham Lincoln's. They first met, and the book gets into this in more detail, but they first met when Lincoln, as a lawyer, defended Chiniquy in court, and later on, Chiniquy would have two or three, I think, it's in the book, multiple dialogues with the president, with Lincoln while he was president, including one conversation that was a half-hour long as they rode together in a carriage, private audience. And Lincoln got to divulge a lot to him that he wouldn't say to a lot of other people. Fascinating reading, very biblically based. You can definitely hear the heart of this author come out as he feels sorry for his fellow Catholics and how he eventually reluctantly converts over to Christianity, or to, if you will, Protestantism. And so I highly recommend the book. I got mine off eBay, but I'm pretty sure Chick Publications still carries it. I definitely think it's worth your time. It's kind of thick. This is the abridged version. It's still that thick, but it reads fast. It reads fast. I highly advise you to look into it. Have a good day.